Hello, my Kramer brothers. This is a Sustainer pickup. I'm not going to really play much today. Just going to explain about the unit and the guitar. This is an early Kramer Sustainer, which means late 80s, I think, 88, 89, I'm not sure. You can tell because there is no battery cavity here. The later one has another cavity here, a plastic cover and so on. So this is an early one. Let's explain about the knobs and toggle switches. First one is volume, second one is tone, third one is intensity of the sustainer, sustaining unit, how intense you want it to sustain. 3 toggle switches. First one is a pickup selector. There are 3. Neck position. Middle is actually the bridge, and all the way down is ready to engage in with the sustaining unit. The second toggle switch is 3 different modes, so it's a 3-way switch. Top one is fundamental mode. That is the actual mode that sustains indefinitely whatever note that you're playing. The middle is called a harmonics mode. And the third, all the way down, is the I guess called the heightened harmonics mode, which just makes the harmonics stronger. And then the third toggle switch, just an on-off toggle. Down is on, engaging the sustaining unit, and up is turn it off. So a lot of people think that, wow, this is a sustainer, all these different modes, these 3 modes, fundamental, harmonics, is going to sustain forever. No. I don't know about like Fernandez or some other or Sustainiac, Jackson guitars, but for the Kramer, it's actually the fundamental mode that sustains continuously. The harmonics actually just turns whatever note that you're playing into harmonics, so you don't have to kind of use pinch harmonics or pick up harmonics to do that. It just turns it, and then the intense harmonics mode just makes it more intense. Let's turn on the amp. Okay, I'm in my bedroom, so I'm just using my micro cube. All right, so if you want to, something very unique about the earlier models is that when you turn on the sustaining unit, down, the third toggle switch, there is no green light. The only light will come on is red, and that's when the battery is out. It takes 2 9-volt batteries. And if I turn it on, right, down, turn the volume, I don't even have to do anything. It starts to sustain. And unlike other guitars, like those active EMG guitars, you really have to unplug it to save the battery. This one, if you have it on, engaged, and even if you unplug it, the strings is gonna vibrate. Check this out. Let me turn off the amp, right? So you can hear this raw. Unplugged, engaged, volume up, right? Fundamental mode. Here. That's the strings. So if you leave it in the closet, your guitar, in the case, turn it on. If you forgot to turn it off, your battery is going to run dead. If you're like a collector or something, leave it there for years. The battery is not only going to be dead. It's going to do some damage probably to your sustaining you. Some people complain that they don't last. That's because you probably forgot to turn it off for like years. Okay. Alright. So, if you want to, let's try each mode. Fundamental mode, that's the actual sustaining mode. So any note on the neck is going to sustain. Or no note at all, you just leave it on to start to sustain. Something great you can play, probably something like this. Pick it. Fundamental mode. Pick up selector all the way down to the bridge. Right? Tone, you can mess with the tone to get a variety of different sounds. And engage the sustainer. And now the middle position, which is the harmonics mode. So whatever you play, it's going to be harmonics, but it's not going to sustain. Not going to sustain, but it makes it into harmonics. So what you hear sustaining is actually the vibration. So it's not the note that you're playing that's sustaining. It's actually feedback. If you block the other strings, mute the other strings, there's basically no sound. Kind of make it into harmonic. Okay, so the intense harmonics just makes it a little more intense. Seems like it's sustaining. It's actually not. It's not the note that I'm playing. You hear it? It doesn't make a difference. It's actually the other strings vibrating. Which string? Most likely the A string. The E string, that was, right? So you really have to learn how to mute the string. You can switch from one mode to another while you're playing. It's pretty smooth transition. Harmonics mode right to fundamental, the sustaining mode. So the actual sustaining part is the fundamental mode, up position. That's basically it. Oh, another thing is, let's turn the volume off, disengage. You really have to set up the action correct. The string, I have over 30 Kramer. This is the lowest action Kramer that I have. The string action. Also the pickup has to be raised, so it just clears. And I play pretty light. My touches. Pretty light, so I don't really have strong the strings and everything. So I have it raised pretty high. That helps to sustain. This pickup, it's regular spacing is fine, but the action of the string, so neck is actually pretty low. Plus you have the recessed Floyd Rose here. So because it's recessed, you can really set the action really low. Anything else? I think just remember to turn it off, after you have fun with it. There's a lot of different things you can do with the Sustainer. I just haven't really explored it yet. This is really a guitar that I have fun with. But if you have on the fundamental mode, you don't even have to pick the strings. Really work because I suck at muting strings. I play pretty sloppy. I'm not that good. So if you start doing something like this, you gotta be muting the other strings. Otherwise, everything is just gonna start to vibrate. The other strings just start going crazy. Harmonics is fun though. Everything you play starts to sound harmonic. Okay, hope this helps. So kind of, don't think that every mode you're gonna sustain the note indefinitely. Maybe if the harmonics mode, maybe the intense harmonics mode, some of the it will sustain a little longer. But eventually it'll fade out. It's only the fundamental mode that sustains. So if you just bought the guitar and you think everything is sustained, something's wrong with your sustaining, is actually quite normal. It's not going to sustain, right? Now, fundamental mode. Every string will start to sustain. Okay, hope that helps, and remember to turn it off.